Hello, welcome to Card Minds. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're all well, wherever you are in the world, however you connect. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your amazing support. I've been wanting to do these type of readings for a little while. I've been wanting us as a community, as a collective, to come together for readings of healing, of sort of figuring out emotional resilience or why we're feeling a certain way on certain themes. Can be career changes, choices, figuring things out. And I feel like one thing that keeps coming up in all your comments, I read every single comment, in all your journeys, your emotions, your decisions, the things you're going through, is transition. Emotional weight of transition, major life transitions, moving, maybe retiring, a job loss, a divorce, a family situation or a situation out of your control, or a new role in life, a new family, children, or a new role in your career. Maybe also a new role in your career and taking on more responsibility, or the release of a career where you had a lot of responsibility and then moving into retirement or moving into being in limbo while you're looking for another job and feeling like your identity is sort of taken away from you. Has anybody ever felt that way? Has anybody ever felt that, when a career or a relationship changes, so does sometimes one's sense of self, one's sense of identity, who we are, what our energy is all about. And then all of a sudden we feel like there's nothing there anymore, or we don't know who we are, and we don't have that identity that we were so certain of before. The power, the vision, making decisions, feeling important, feeling a purpose in life, going to the job every day, going to work every day, feeling like we got this and this is what we're all about and this is what we wanted. And then all of a sudden there are changes, right? That might be in our control or might not be in our control. And there's a word that I learned of. I don't know where it was, like in a research about behavior, like vocational behavior notes, that this transition apparently often gives you like a state of limitality. Does that make sense? Where sometimes we just feel stuck between our old self and our new self, trying to sort of cope with questions like, who am I? Or who am I without this job? Or this can be for empty nesters too. Who am I without my kids in my home? Who am I without that partner I had? Who am I without that business I had, or that house I built, or that community I was part of? And this is about these readings, or at least this reading, and you will have to tell me if this is something that makes sense to you, that you connect with, that you feel interested in, that might be helpful. You tell me. Comment down below or comment in the chat. Put yourself in the chat. And this is like can be a trigger of anxiety, this sort of limbo, coping with these questions. And it's a trigger of anxiety, and it can be trigger of depression, and just trying to, one day you're at the top of your game, and the next you're sort of lost in your identity or trying to figure things out. And the transition sort of feels like losing a part of yourself where nobody really cares, and you're just trying to figure it out. So let me know if this makes sense to you. Anyway, so this reading here is going to be about emotional resilience and sort of breaking free from silence that is holding you back. And the reason why I put that title is that when we feel that way, when we're in transition, when we're moving, leaving a job, or kids are leaving from home, or you're leaving your home, or we had that career our whole life, or that business our whole life, or whatever, and now all of a sudden, and just in between two jobs, we feel like that. We feel like, what's our purpose? What's this all about? And so this is about all those silent moments where you don't talk about it, where you don't share. You don't tell people what's going on in your heart, in your mind, and emotions, and how you feel, because you feel like you just have to push forward and figure it out and find that job and get on to the next train and get on to the next cycle. But so we just remain silent, and maybe we just hold it back because we don't want to put the heaviness on other people, or we don't want to reveal. Not everybody wants to share all their emotions, right? But this is really about thinking about yourself and taking care of yourself, because you're still that human being. You're still beautiful. You're still amazing. You're the same human being, whether you have that job or not, whether you are in that powerful position or not, whether you have that amazing career or not, you're still that same human being, amazing human being. So I wanted to come together. And again, please let me know if this makes sense to you, and if you would like these type of energy readings where we can come together as a collective on a specific theme. This is the silence between two jobs, between two selves, my old self, my new self, my old identity, my new identity. But at the end of the day, you are the same person. You have the same powers. You have the same talent. You have the same knowledge. You have the same experience. Don't think you are less of a person if you don't have a job, or less of a person if you're in between cycles, or your kids have left home, or you just moved and you're in a different community. And don't feel less of a person if you're not able to express all those emotions, right? This is about emotional resilience and accepting. All right, so I wanted to pull a few cards on this and see how we can come together and find a little clarity on these moments in life where we are in transition. And many of you talk about this transition in your comments. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm trying to find. This is what I left. This is what happened. This is what I've decided. I'm not sure where I'm going now, and I'm trying to figure out, and I'm in limbo. So I'm going to pull one oracle card, see what the message is. There we go. Freedom. Freedom. You are your own self. You are your own self. Sometimes we have to free ourselves from those established connections, from the validation, from the attachments, the emotional attachments. Sometimes it's just, important to find ourselves again. Let me see. I just want to read about the Freedom card, number 44. That is an 8. All right. And then we will pull the few cards. For anybody just popping in now, this is a collective energy reading about emotional resilience and really breaking free from those silent moments, that emotional weight we have during transitions, decisions in life, and that transition time between two jobs, or we made a decision to move, or our kids are leaving, or we're leaving our family, or we don't feel as important before because we had a powerful career, and when you're just trying to figure things out. Here we have the number 44, freedom. Ditch the thought. Ditch the thought, what is wrong with me? Exactly, nothing is wrong with you. Switch that question to, what happened to me? We cannot always prevent the thoughts that lead to anxiety, but we can stop ourselves from making our situation worse. Any unsupportive, unloving reaction you have towards yourself in times of stress is a direct result of trauma. Those compulsive thoughts of self-wrongness are like plucking all the feathers off the winged being of your psyche. It prevents fight. It prevents flight. Don't do this to yourself. Your soaring nature deserves to fly. When you focus on what's wrong with a sense of fear, lack, or incapability, you fall to the ground. Think of all the situations where you succeeded or surprised yourself. That same energy is available to you now if you'll let go of the heavy thoughts weighing down your wings. Exactly that. Breaking free of what is holding you back, that emotional weight of transitions, or that emotional weight of feeling you're in between two identities. Let's pull a few cards. I'm going to pull an oracle card as well. Thank you for being here. This is a new type of live for anyone just popping in, and so let me know what you think of this. Try not to make it too long. This is about releasing the weight of the emotions during life transitions, major life transitions. Like I said, job loss, retirement, new role, divorce, when things change. Whether it's you making the decision or not. Comment, has that ever happened to you? Yes. Rooting yourself. Strength and patience. And it's about your roots. It's about your identity, but also on what makes your identity important. And we have love on the bottom of the deck. Here's the tree. Understanding where you come from. What is important. It feels like it's important to ground yourself ground yourself in that foundation that is close to your heart, to your emotions, and not only navigate on other people's emotions, other people's needs, other people's desires, other people's validation. This is about your strength, the strength of things, but also teaches us that sometimes time, patience, and waiting might be necessary to create something, to realize something, to understand something. It also teaches us to be patient and to persevere, the importance of perseverance. So when this card pops up, we know that nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible for anyone that has that patience and that courage. And it really identifies or shows us the determination we have, the nature and the viability of our aspirations and our dreams. Time is an important factor, as well as patience. But it also gives us the reassurance of longevity, right? Long term, building long term, finding that foundation, finding those roots, long-term stability and balance, and rooting ourselves in who we are, the real us, the one we always are, even if we're in transition. Take away that identity that you had in the last job, the responsibilities you had, the power, people looked up to you, people trusted you, people liked your talent, your knowledge, communicated with you, connected with you, and you take that away, and then what? You are powerful. You are you. You still have that talent. You still have that knowledge. You're just transitioning from one to the other, but sometimes it just weighs on the shoulder. Just know that patience is key and perseverance is key. To trust yourself, even though you don't have that powerful validation or that powerful structure around you, or the people, right? The people looking up to you. You're still very, very powerful. All right, let's see. I'm going to put these aside, and I am going to pull some tarot on this energy. Oops. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. This is collective. This is your energy. Remember that this is your channel. It's all about you, and the most important is you. Believe in yourself. There we go. There's the star. Believe in yourself. Take a breather. Even though some moments might be full of stress and anxiety, believe in yourself. The star is all about positive messages. The positive message coming your way. That things are going to get better. And that no matter what, you will always believe in yourself. That things are going to get calmer. But maybe it's important to tap into what is essential for you. To get out of the superficial, the glitz and glam, the money, the what we want to project to the world. Maybe coming back to what is most important for you, rooting yourself in your own roots, in nature, back to sources, back to what is essential, and bringing in a calmer energy so you can grow. Give in a different way, love in a different way, and protect yourself in a peaceful environment so you can resource yourself and create your future, create your new career, create these new ideas, step into a new energy. This is about being in harmony with your surroundings, whether it's going back to sources, back to your roots, back to nature, what is essential for you. It's sort of stripping us down to the core of who we are. That's what the Star card is all about. Yes, it's about hope and believing in ourselves, but it's those messages where we want to root ourselves in who we are, respect ourselves for who we are, and love ourselves for who we are. Whether we're going through turbulence, whether we have to make tough choices, whether we are between two jobs or trying to figure out that business or trying to figure out that next move, whether you have to move to the other side of the planet to figure things out. This is about your resilience to tap in to the key energy within you, not other people's energies, not what they think, not what they think you should do, not looking for their validations or being attached to those energies or those emotions to be able to exist, just to be you and to take time out. If you're going through that transition that's difficult for you and you feel the weight on your shoulders, take time out for you. Meditate. This is about taking care of yourself. Set boundaries. Set boundaries. If you're struggling to say no, well, without boundaries, it might just become a burnout, right? Prioritizing time and energy becomes essential for your success or sustaining success or creating something. If you need to seek support, if you need to talk to someone, if you need a mentor or a coach or a guide, or just someone that has your back, your best friend or your partner, seek support, talk. Don't keep that weight of transition or that weight of emotions on your shoulder. Break free from that silence. Emotional resilience is important. And if you don't talk about this, or if you don't put words on it, it just stays within. And we stay in that limbo. And we stay attached to the past energy, the past self, the one we were in that job, the powerful job, the one where everybody thought we were amazing, right? Everyone around us thinking we're incredible and we have that amazing job and we're so important and we're fabulous and all that. All that, it's still true when you don't have it. It's still true. You are always amazing. You held that down. You held that job down, and you did it amazingly well. Or you had that career, or you were in that school, or you had that business. Now you're going to move on to a next cycle. Take time out for yourself. Take care of yourself. That is the most important. There's no one else that knows you better than yourself. Be excited. Be enthusiastic for a new journey. Wake up in the morning thinking of your next step. What's it all about? What's this dream about? What is it you desire in that next journey? What does it look like? How is it going to feel like? And set yourself this fresh new start. And just allow yourself to navigate these energies between two cycles, to replenish yourself, to be there for yourself. Whether it be getting physical activity, movement, hitting the gym, dancing, running, walking in nature, listening to music, whatever it is, movement helps mental health. And it helps you find clarity and alleviate stress and alleviate pain. Break free from that silence that's holding you back. Whether you break free by talking to someone, by seeking help, or talking to other people with knowledge, shared knowledge, or other new people, fresh new ideas that'll pump you up and get you excited on your next journey and get you excited on what new is going to come in. Allow that to come in and let go. And I know it's easy to say and it's not easy to do. I've been through many, many transitions myself, questioning myself and feeling like nothing and feeling like it's empty because I had a job with a lot of responsibilities and everybody thought that job was amazing and I thought it was amazing until a burnout, right? And then what? And then I'm empty and there's nothing and I don't know who I am and I don't know where I'm going and I have to find that next adventure and that next energy and that next idea and that next connectivity with a job and a community or a team or building my own or whatever, or my next journey. And while you are in that state, which everyone is at one point, this is worldwide, comment, put yourself in the chat. Let me know if you've been through that. It's difficult. It's difficult because you feel like people don't treat you the same. People don't see you the same. You don't have a purpose. You don't know who you are. While before, 2 seconds later, you were amazing. You were powerful. Everybody called you for all kinds of things. And then boom, no one calls. No one cares. No one connects. You don't have an identity anymore. You're not there anymore. That's when you go back to sources and take care of yourself. And in those moments, it really means that that moment is for you and you and your only self, to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself, so you can anchor yourself in a new energy and build a new, it's almost like building a new blueprint. And also, when we're in that transition and we don't want to talk to anybody because everybody else is busy with their jobs and busy with their lives and they have so many things to do and we are just waiting, it's important to tap into everything that you hadn't thought of before because you were so busy, and everything you needed to take care of because you were so busy. And when I say that, it is about you, your mental, your physical, your heart, your emotions. It becomes all about you. So you can then rise again. And the good thing about this is that we don't know what's coming in. And it's pretty much always surprising. And it's pretty much always something amazing. And sometimes it's important to open up to allow things to come in because we have those synchronicities that sort of pop in, like the Wheel of Fortune. We lose a job, and then it takes a while, and it takes us a while for us to rebuild ourselves and get our self-esteem up, and believe in ourselves again, and empower ourselves and be inspired again, right? And then all of a sudden something pops in, and when we least expect it, and we don't even know it's happening, or we don't even know if it's going to happen, and we don't really believe in it, because it's our next step, it's our next chapter that we didn't even think of that could come in that way. And then that's when we have to dive in and believe in ourselves and step out of our comfort zone. Not stay in the disillusions, not stay in, what happened in the job, what they said, or how it was with the manager, or how it ended, or how we feel so lost, or how this, right? No, then that's when we believe in ourselves. Yes, this is all about the soul search, all about who we are. Don't be afraid of soul search. Don't be afraid of soul search. You are the one that knows yourself the most. And this is really about conquering yourself, being brave, being courageous. Forget the ego. Forget the ego. Forget the disillusions. This is about believing in yourself and attaching yourself to the positive vibes. Have that one goal, have that one desire, connect with new people, and allow yourself to really navigate these new waters that you've never connected with before, because your life is about to change. Your chapter is about to change. And that is when we sort of push ourselves to go into discover new things. And in the beginning, it might be a little scary, but be brave, and be brave to be different, than anybody else, to do things differently, to be your own self, to be your own personality, just to be yourself. And it does take perseverance, and it does take patience. But just remember that when you feel all that weight on your shoulders and you can't speak to anybody, and you don't want to because everybody's busy with their lives, and you feel a sense of a little hopelessness, just know that you are building your next chapter. That's what you're doing. You're not doing nothing. You're not nothing. You're busy building your next chapter. And think about it. When you're in your next chapter, in your next job, in your next position, powerful position, or you just started your business, or you just went back to school, or whatever it is, maybe someone else, the one that was looking down upon you, or didn't want to connect with you anymore, didn't answer their phone anymore, maybe they're out of a job now, or maybe they're in that transitional emotional weight of transition period. And maybe they need to break free from their silence. All right. I'm just going to pull a few more cards. Trust yourself. Don't remain in the past. Set those healthy boundaries. Set that structure. Allow yourself to move into your and control. Move into your control. Get out of the tower. Get out of the tower. You are now going to be rebuilding something healthy, balanced, and think of it this way. It's a blank slate. You can do anything. The world is your oyster. Allow all this to come in and make decisions in a very calm, mature way. Find that stability, and the offer is going to come. Here we are, this beautiful manifestation to move forward and follow your heart. Always follow your heart. Free yourself. Break free from the silence and free yourself from those attachments and those validations and that image, that perfect image that you must be. Free yourself from that. I'm going to leave it at that. This was the first, hopefully, of a mini series. This was breaking free from your silence, whatever is holding you back about that weight of transitions that we have between two jobs or a major life transition. Let me know if there are other themes that you would like to do. Let me know if you like this, first of all. Let me know if you feel connected to this, if it makes sense to you and you like this type of reading. And let me know what you would like to hear, what other types of readings, what you feel, and things that are difficult for you to figure out when you feel alone and when you want to connect with someone or talk to someone. Just remember that this channel is about that this is your channel. These are your energies. We are in this together. This is a community that can come together to help each other figure things out and find clarity. Wherever you situate yourself in the world, I thank you for all your support. Thank you to each and every one that watch these readings, that come here to connect and share your stories and your journeys. Gratitude to each and every one. We are here every Sunday as well, live, for our Sunday live tarot readings. If that's something you're interested in, if you wish to get a tarot reading, you can, if you join the click the join button and become member, that gives you access to a reading during lives. Lives are every Sunday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. If that is something you are interested in, we would love to have you there. I'll look at the chat one second if anybody has. Hi, Kevin. How are you? Hi, Nat. How are you? North Node, I did not. I'll look into that. Very insightful. Very good. All right. So for anybody listening, just let me know if this is something that was interesting for you, that was helpful for you, or just, allowing everybody to come in together as a community. Hello, Alta. How are you? How is everyone doing? I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to go on with my day now. Thank you all for being here. Happy Easter to anybody celebrating Easter. Happy weekend. Have a great weekend for anybody out there. I will see everyone on Sunday for our Sunday tarot session, live tarot session. Have a great weekend, everyone, and take care. Bye-bye.